This is Shelley Kraft coming to you live on SNNLive. We're at the 2016 LD Micro Invitational in Bel Air, California. I have with me Jim Nelson from Sunworks. It's a publicly traded company and the symbol is SUNW. Jim, welcome back to SNNLive.
Thanks, Shelley. Good to be with you.
It's good to have you. I'd like to start out with an overview of the company, and then we'll go from there.
Sure. We're a solar integrator. We're located primarily in California. We also have operations in Reno, Nevada, and in Southern Oregon, in Medford. Last year, we were a $54 million company. This year, we've given guidance to the street of $100 million. We have a residential operation, which is about a third of our business, and a commercial operation, which is about 2/3 of our business. We've not only been growing organically, but we've also been growing through acquisition. So last year we acquired a couple of new companies who have now been integrated into our operations. We're real proud of the way they're working out. We're really happy with our management team too. We're in the process of looking at some additional acquisitions outside of the California, Nevada, Oregon area as well. So we're going to expand to other parts of the United States. One thing we ought to tell you too is that the whole idea was to build critical mass in our current markets, in California primarily, where we could develop our policies and procedures, have a critical mass of sales, and be profitable. So we can then go and replicate that in other parts of the country, which we're about to do.
So it sounds to me like solar is catching on.
Well, as you know, it's been several years where solar has been a great and booming business. It's interesting, though, because a lot of people think, well, it's only been around for 4 or 5 years. It's actually been around for 30 years, but only in the last few years has it become really economically viable to buy solar. And the fact is that now it's a booming business, as everybody knows. There was 10 times as much business done in 2015 in solar as there was in 2011. We believe that this will be one of the fastest growing businesses in America for years to come.
So Jim, what's the secret to your success?
So part of it's the same as the whole industry. The industry is booming because the economics work. And good economics allow green energy and solar energy in particular to proliferate. But also there's another aspect to it, and that is that a lot of the bigger companies have really focused on a third-party ownership model where it's about leasing or power purchase agreements. While it's allowed people to see that the solar is economically viable, it's still not in the best interest of customers. We find that customer ownership of solar and putting something that they own on their home as opposed to something somebody else owns is much more in the interest of the customer. So we promote customer ownership because it's better economically, it's better for the customer in terms of the hassle factor, and it doesn't negatively impact the value of the home like leases and power purchase agreements do. Actually, when you own a system, there's plenty of research out there that shows that the value of your home actually increases. And so as a result, it's more convenient, more affordable, and just better for the customer.
How much has solar reduced the cost of a homeowner on average?
That's an impossible question to answer, but it allows me to talk about it. And the bottom line is that when you evaluate a solar system, typically you can get that whole solar system paid back out of savings that you get versus your electrical bill in 4 to 5, 6 years in California. It's even better if you're a commercial business because sometimes we can find ways for a 2-year payback on the solar systems they have. So from an economic savings standpoint, it's really very affordable and certainly in the interest of customers. After you pay back for a system that you own, then you get free electricity. So it's a terrific opportunity.
Jim, I knew your company is a different name. But
right.
Your old name, I know your new name. What happened there?
Well, Solar 3D was the name of the company. And we bought 3 different companies, Sunworks, MD Energy, and Elite Solar, all in California. And so we had 4 different brands. So earlier this year, we rebranded the whole company to the Sunworks name with a focus on the new integrator approach that we're taking. Of course, we used to be a developer of technology. We still have our technology that's being developed, but really the focus of the business now is on the solar integrator, and so we're one brand now.
2017, we're going to finish 2016. Where do you see a couple of milestones you could share with us?
Sure. So our anticipation is that later this year or throughout this year, we're going to make a couple more acquisitions or some strategic initiatives that we anticipate making within the company that will allow us to grow a lot more. Now, we've given $100 million guidance to this year if we do nothing, but of course we're going to do something. And so as we do something in terms of our acquisitions and so on, we will experience greater growth next year. So our anticipation for next year is that we'll continue to grow at a very fast rate organically. We'll add to that the additional growth from the acquisitions that we make.
Let's give a website out to our investor audience, if you would.
It's sunworksusa.com. You can reach us there.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jim Nelson, Sunworks. It's a publicly traded company, and the symbol is SUNW. I'm Shelley Kraft. This is SNNLive, and we're coming to you live from the 2016 LD Micro Invitational in Bel Air, California. Jim, always a pleasure. Thanks for coming.
Good to see you.